Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield Career Mode. I'm so excited for this season 4. We are officially in the Premier League, and as you can see, we got quite a lot of money to strengthen the team right here. 52 million pounds, certainly more than what we have for the past 3 seasons combined. So we got to use that money accordingly to not to make sure that we gonna spend the entire funds on one player. That's not my objective this season, or at least for this transfer window. And by the way, this episode right here is purely going to be just transfer window. There's no game whatsoever. If you guys want to skip to the next, episode, just feel free to do so. But my job right here is to go through the strategy of this career mode or this season, how we're gonna go through them, and it is going to be a tough one, guys. Like I said, we got a lot of money, we got a lot of areas to strengthen, but at the same time, we want to keep a squad where it's, Premier League quality, I would say. Can you say all of our players right now are Premier League quality? Not really. Kenny Tete, certainly our veteran right back, had the experience to play in the Premier League before, but the majority of the players that we have here never quite, play in the upper level before. But again, I'm sure a lot of them are going to be able to adapt to the new environment, the new league as well. And just so you know, a few of the departures are definitely incoming for this one. And in terms of how I want to strategize the squad, is going to be very interesting because I don't want to give out a contract to somebody who is, keen to play every single week. We tried that numerous of times with Naoni, with Tygo, pretty much players, especially at the central midfielders, they kept asking to play every single week, which is I can't really do that. I rotate squad. They don't like to rotate squad sometimes, and exactly what happened to Harrison Armstrong. I thought he was really good last season, but he just. If I don't play him a couple of games, he'll be upset, handed in a transfer request. I can't really revoke that. Instead, he is definitely going to leave the club. So there's no point in keeping a player that isn't happy in the squad. So we got to figure out what to do with each part of the area. I got to make sure they're okay with the rotational options, or just simply being okay or being accepted to the role that they play. So as you can see in the Premier League, we got some really tough opponents right here. Man City, the big six, of course, but there are a bunch of opponents that I think we're capable of beating. For example, Leeds United, Wolves, Brentford. I think last season we were very close beating them. I think it was a 2-1 loss, but certainly, I'm expecting us to survive the entire season. So hopefully everything's gonna go to the right way. At the start of the video, you can see I promote a bunch of youngsters. I don't really want to go through their names right now, but they're absolutely magnificent. I would say majority of them does show great potential. I think one of them has potential to be special, but we all know that players with great potential but not quite ready for the Premier League or at our current level, they will be loaned out for a 2-year loan. That's usually the way how I do it. If players are coming back on loan, they will be sending out on loan again for 1 year, just to make sure that I don't run out of the contract. The last 3 reports from Togo, England, and also Iran. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up anybody from Iran, but we got a few very good players from Togo, and of course some local grown player as well. And of course, we're sending out the 3 scouts to the U.S. this time to scout for a goalkeeper. I don't think we need to do that anymore, but for the sake of having fun, I just decided to do that. And first incoming is actually Patterson, the former Everton player, I believe. So he is available on the free agent. I thought it is a good opportunity for me to grab him. We certainly do need a backup or a very good quality right back, and somehow I decided to sign another right back. His name is Newman, the German right back, 21 euros, 74 rated apparently. Is going to join the club, and if that's the case, then we got to figure out what to do with Kenny Tete, because he is down to his last 2 years or 1 year of his contract. Certainly still in the Premier League level, but I don't think I'm ready to offload him at the moment. Still really need his experience in Premier League. I was thinking about signing Cardiff City center back Will Fish, also the former Manchester United academy player, but unfortunately, I think we couldn't really agree on the deal, so it was totally fine. I think right now my sole focus is on free agents right now. Shaparenko, again, I don't know much about this player, but based on the stats I'm looking at, I think he could be a very good signing for us. So I decided to, snatch him up, got him to the team, offering him a crucial squad role. I think should be good enough in terms of center midfielder. I think I'm okay. I'm happy with Agnoni and also Tygo. Right now we also added another very experienced 28-year-old center midfielder. And right there, Hayoshika, I think that's how you pronounce his name. The former Luton player is joining the club right there for a very cheap fee. He is happy to be a rotational player. That's exactly what I want. A player that is, had Premier League experience or had a higher level experience. I'm okay just kind of, let him join the squad and be a rotational option if possible. It really depends, right? So we try to sign a few players here, including the former Chelsea player Loftus-Cheek, but I am not willing to offer Loftus-Cheek a crucial squad role. I am aiming for a younger player if I can. So that it's pretty much it. And we also try to sign two defenders, but again, important squad role is not really what I want. Plus, I don't know if they're going to be good enough. Instead, so the way how I try to do it is that for rotational players or important players, not like the main players, I try to use free agency market to sign them. And if I want to sign a star player, which it happens a lot of time, I would just kind of negotiate for a fee. And speaking of star player, I am going to sign Mate Smets for 18 million. He looks to be a very good player, good young player as well. 23-year-old, 79 rated. The problem is the wage here. I think EA has to do better with this aspect of the game. I mean, if we don't, well, technically there's no negotiation whatsoever, right? Because we didn't even have a conversation about the witch. Instead, the agent declined it, and we have to go back in again. But hopefully, we're still able to stick with that 18 million pounds mark. So we're gonna come back for Mate Smets, but right now let's focus on the outgoing. We've got a bunch of offers coming in. Oda's one of them. Jake Young's one of them. Buck is one of them. I think these players are certainly well, past their prime. Well, I can't really say past their prime, but certainly more of a surplus in the squad right now. Plus, we need a level raiser in our team. And we also had a transfer offer for the Akate, which I didn't really use him that much, but did struggle with a little bit of game time. I'm willing to accept 3.5 million for him. I believe I definitely signed him for a profit. And of course, we got a bunch of loan offers as well, which I don't really want to go through. The majority of them are going to be loaned out, as I said, but there are a few offers coming in for young players. One of them is Chambers, which I really look forward to use him in the near future. But again, I'm not really wanting to let him go to PSG at the moment. And we also brought in, I don't know how many players we brought in. We just brought in a lot of players right now, right? And then right now we have turned to Sporting for Moreira, I believe so. Is it Moreira? Yeah, Moreira, Alfonso Moreira as the backup right midfielder or the competitor with Samuel Martin. Samuel Martin has been amazing last season, arguably my player of the season. But Fendapol, not quite there yet. Still needs a couple of years to to kind of nurture. So I've decided to loan him out for this season. And right there, we're looking for to find a backup central defensive midfielder, Ackles. I think that's how you pronounce his name. From Coventry, 75 rated. This is exactly perfect. I'm willing to sign anybody that is 73 plus players. So unfortunately, again, he is asking for an important squad role, knowing that Madison is going to start the majority of the games. If barring any injuries, Madison is going to start every single game. So I don't know what to do, to be honest. So I mean, the backup central defensive midfielder, we just kind of wait and see how the market reacts. But right here, Noyle finally, after 3 seasons with the club, I think it's time to move on from him. Great servant to the club, but certainly not good enough to be in the Premier League squad right now. So we got our first batch of youth academy from the States, and we don't really get anybody, unfortunately. And for local talent, we got some really good players as well, but we just need a few more months to nurture some of these players, isn't it? So and for Monaco, hopefully we're gonna get a new gen Hakimi that can play as a right back. And by the way, we also sent up a couple players, Toby Hicks and also Sane, I think that's pronounced his name, but this is a great player right here. Has potential to be special. Is he ready for the Premier League? Absolutely not. Definitely sent him out on loan. Same as Toby Hicks as well, 61 rated, 17-year-old. And just like that, we have about 25 million pounds to spend. Again, we brought in, a lot of free agency play, but right now we got to focus on players are in the club right now. As I mentioned in the last episode, or for the last couple of episodes, I have been a big admirer of Cameron Archer in Southampton. So I thought, you know what? Technically we're in a higher level than Southampton. I'm sure a lot of players from Southampton and lower division are looking to get a move in the Premier League. So I thought Cameron Archer is certainly good enough to be in the Premier League. So he is going to be our new number 9. And there's only one thing. Bonfanti, what is he gonna do? Just gonna put it out there. We just need 2 strikers this season. We're just gonna need Force and also Archer, which means Bonfanti, despite having a bit of an injury crisis last season, I think his time with the club has come to an end. And we also attempted to sign Las Palmas central midfielder Nicolas Capaldo, but again, I just couldn't really agree on the personal term, which is totally fine. I'm sure there are much better options out there, cheaper options out there as well. And you can see more players are leaving out the door. The majority of them have been loaned out, and Neuer has officially gone. And Samuel Martin, we received a transfer offer from Crystal Palace. Good money, but certainly not going to let him go, to be honest. So Newman, the new right back, he's definitely going out on loan for at least a year. At least next season, we will figure out what to do with Kenny Tete, and we also got a transfer offer for Kandus. Last season, he was okay, a little bit slow on the ball, but I think in order to we have Smets already. Technically, he is replacing Kendu, so he will be leaving as well for 5 million right there. And we also got more, transfer offers coming in. You can see for Tiger Land, I have instantly blocked the transfer. I really love this player, but we also receive a few more offers coming in as well. Larson, backup fringe player, whatever you want to call it. It's going to leave for 1 million, which is totally fine. And Bonfanti coming on from Southampton. Technically, I should have done a swap deal, but I would like to do a separate deal once in a while. But for Bonfanti, he is going to Southampton, going to 1 division lower to Southampton for 5 million. I think it's a good move for him. Good move for all party. Newman has been loaned out. Mateo has been loaned out, which it's a very hard process because I'm trying to loan Mateo out. The goalkeeper has certainly a bright future in front of him. But again, a lot of clubs are looking to sign him on permanent transfer, and we're looking at the new players that joined in recently. Forget about the numbers. I'll figure out what to do. It's just a big squad at the start of the season, so yeah, at the start of the season, so that's why everybody's numbers are all over the place. I think at one point somebody was wearing 41, and right now, by the way, Johan Jakobsen, who was formerly has potential to be special in him, unfortunately kind of went all the way down to showing great potential. I think if that's the case, you know what? We don't need to go out and sign a new central defensive midfielder or a backup to Magnussen. I think Jakobsen will be good enough to fill in that role. Can certainly stay with the club for another year or two. I'm sure he will grow at least to 80 this season. So I'm okay with it, to be honest. And I believe this has come to an end for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode is going to be a blast because we're going to be playing a lot of Premier League games, a lot of games going on to see how good we are. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.